Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at an all-shadow team and kind of going with water here. Got a water and ice theme. So we are going to be using Swampert with Shadow Lapras and of course Shadow Marowak at first, but later down the line towards the end we're going to be putting on Walrein, and of course it is going to be Shadow here. Double ice and water turned out to be pretty nice. Having ELO and Marowak on the team the entire time here. I just wanted to have a little fun with Shadow Pokemon, folks. So let's see what we have going on. If you do enjoy my content and want to support me and help me out, all you got to do is hit that like button. It is much appreciated. And I thank you so much for tuning in and sticking around with my channel here and show me support. With that said, let's see what we have going on. Now, our Shadow Swampert is going to have Sludge Wave for quite some time before I do swap it to Earthquake. Yeah, you want to go with Earthquake, but I felt like, I don't really need it too much. If you do encounter Toxapex, that will be a bit of an issue, as you're going to see, but we figure a workaround for that. Nice and simple, and take care of our situation there. Alright, so we're up against this Victini here. We're in a bit of a jam, huh? Yeah, we sure are. Now, we're going to go ahead and farm a little bit more before they get to their next one here. Since they did debuff themselves, we're going to go ahead and go for that Bone Club, taking them out. Able to get to the Shadow Bone, and this is a Shadow Marowak. This is going to be enough to take out the Trevenant here, and we're going to go ahead and one-shot it and take that win. Let's get it. Moving it on to the next one, met with a Galvantula. This is not particularly horrible. Now, they're super effective with their electric, but we're also going to be doing a ton of damage right back with our Ice Shard as well. Could swap because technically we do have two kind of counter-ish Pokemon to go up against it, sort of. So we're going to go ahead and swap now into our ELO and Marowak. Now, unfortunately, they are going to be able to lunge us here, which is going to lower our attack, but we're coming out of this with a lot of energy. So let's see. Bringing in a Toxapex. Okay, that's fine. Let's just hope there's not grass in the back, because if there is, we're going to be in a whole hell of a lot of trouble. Now, if you're thinking, well, what about grass? Yeah, how are you going to deal with that? We got plenty of examples as to how we're going to be able to go around certain situations with this team, so stick around. Alright, so down goes our Marowak here, and we're still holding on to one shield, bringing in the Swampert. Now, we're Shadow, so we're going to be hitting quite hard. Now, there's your grass type. There you go. You want to see it? They're trying to catch a something. Who knows, but we're going to go ahead and throw the Sludge Wave, swap back into our Lapras, and here is, again, your example as to how I deal with grass if we have our ELO and Marowak down here. Bring in the Lapras, which is going to be super effective with the Ice Shards. Surf is not very effective, but it's still doing quite a bit of damage, bringing them down low enough to potentially farm them. Still do not have Earthquake on our Swampert, obviously, so how are we going to handle this? Well, Hydro Cannon is still going to be enough to take out that Toxapex here, and as you can see, we do need Earthquake, but we don't at the same time. Then there's going to be a situation where I was like, oh, now I need Sludge Wave when we're going up against Trevenant. Next battle, met with a Walrein. They're going to be immediately swapping into a Trevenant, and we're going to go ahead and just hang tight right here, letting that first Seed Bomb go. This is not very effective. Tell me I get a shield, and we do that is very good. And we're going to go ahead and swap into our Marowak. Now, since we did get a shield out of them and we haven't used one ourselves, what we're going to do is shield this up. And unfortunately, it is a damn Seed Bomb bait. But we are going to be able to come out of this with energy. If they bring back that Walrein, we resist the Quick Move and their Icicle Spears. So they've got to build all the way up to an Earthquake. But they're bringing in Charizard. Great. Now we have that Swampert in the back. They're going to be swapping. We're going to get to another Shadow Bone. Hopefully we can just land this without getting a shield. And we do great. And we're just going to stick around. Let them throw that energy here. I mean, I don't think they're going to go for an Earthquake. Yeah, they go Icicle Spear. It is enough to take us out. We swap into our Lapras. And they're going to be forced to throw yet again. And we're looking pretty good here. That's not enough to take us out. We need to get that last shield, and hopefully we get it right about here. Nothing Charizard can do can take out that Swampert at this point. Now they can get to an Earthquake, but they're not able to get off their charge move before we get to the Hydro Cannon to take them out with the Swampert. And they're just going to back out at this point because that's a wrap for them. And we take the win, still holding onto a shield, and we're looking good, having a blast with this all-shadow team. Now, if you're looking at my score, yep. It sure did drop when I did rise into the range where you can see your actual Go Battle League ELO. It was around 2,160 or 50. Not bad. It was pretty good for the test that we were doing. But ever since I was using Gholdengo, that thing is absolute and complete and utter to the full maximum garbage when it comes down to Great League. When it's going to be in the Ultra League, definitely going to be something else to take a look at. But for now, it's just, I would say it's just not that good. But I will say this, when it's on the map, it does look pretty cool. It's going around on its surfboard and it moves really fast. So it's a fun Pokemon to just register to your decks, essentially. Gholdengo, that's pretty much it. Alright, anyways, enough of that. We are recovering our ELO because of that son of a gun, and this person is backing out because that is our wrap. They already knew they closed the wrap out, and we're taking that win and moving on to our next opponent. What are we going to see with that Lapras? A Toxapex. Not particularly the best, but they're going to be retreating into Galvantula, which sounds good to me. We're going to throw this and then swap. I think I swap into Lapras and screw up here. Oh, no, never mind. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want to do. Beautiful. So we'll let this go. Now, I have to call this. Hopefully, they do not have Discharge, because if they do, that's pretty much going to be able to take us out here. But it's going to be a double lunge. Great. So they did debuff our attack by 2 stages, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and just hit them with these Shadow Bones as much as possible. Looks like they're bringing in a Swampert. Still doing a ton of damage to them and kind of threatening them as well. Should bring them down low enough to easily farm them down with that Lapras, and we're looking great here. Not going to shield this up. Waste of a shield if we do. I'm going to go ahead and let it go. Still holding on to 2 shields, as a matter of fact. I was having a blast with this all-shadow team. Really was putting in the work here and bringing my ELO back up to normal. Alright, so they're bringing in a Toxapex. Now, here's the thing. If you're like, why are you going for that? Just go for the Skull Bash. Well, I could have technically been trying to bait them. But here's the thing. Knowing that we do not have Earthquake on our Swampert, we're just going to do some chip damage. Bring them down low enough so that we could just keep on spamming Hydro Cannon, and we'll be able to take the win. So there you go, to answer it yet again, winning another battle in a situation where we kind of needed Earthquake, but don't have it, but we're still going to be able to win because you could just keep on spamming Hydro Cannon, and even though if you resist it, it doesn't even matter. And they're backing out. We're taking the win, and we're going to keep it going here. Let's get it. What are we going to see for the next battle? Walrein will be joining the team shortly here. Met with a Pelipper. This is right after I put on Earthquake. So we started seeing Pelipper's right when we put Earthquake. Do you see the alignment with the moves and the, you know? And again, it's not, Niantic said it, it's not going to be the Pokemon's typing. And they didn't state the moves, but they didn't deny it. But I know that the algorithm is aligned with what moves your Pokemon have. So they are something else, huh? They are something else. All right, anyways, what's good here? So we're going to go ahead and let this go. We did plenty of damage. We've gotten bold shields. I mean, I think that's called a mission complete. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Marowak to farm down this water type, and we're actually able to do it. I thought they might be able to get to a charge move, but of course they have a damn lantern in the back. Now I'm going to have to handle, and this is going to get a little bit interesting. So we're going to go ahead and swap, and there it is, a freaking Venusaur back there. Getting to Earthquake. This should one-shot since we are Shadow. Let's go. Come on, Swampert. Taking out that Venusaur. Let's see it. And we're just going to get to the Hydro Cannon. We are going to shield this up. It is not very effective, but it is a Shadow Swampert. It's ridiculous. So we're just going to go ahead and go for that right now using that last shield. Not enough to take them out. One more quick move is, and we take the win with a horrible back end. Did you see that? Let's get it. This team is really doing it. And again, another Pelipper up front. Not a coincidence. It's because we got Earthquake on our Swampert now, and they're going to be swapping into Galvantula. I bring in Swampert, which was a mistake. I should have bring in our Alolan Marowak here, which is going to be able to absorb that lunge obviously a lot better, as opposed to pretty much almost getting one-shotted here. So this is just great. Getting to another Hydro Cannon, which I don't know if it'll be enough to KO even if they let it go, but we're getting 2 shields, so I guess that's working for me. So we're going to bring in Marowak, of course, because we're not going to be bringing in our water type, right? And now they know our entire team, so let's go. Then they have Discharge, unfortunately. Please. Oh, yeah, no, we're not going to farm them down. Couldn't have done it. They were probably going to get to another one after all that energy they did gain. Immediately swapping into our Lapras, and they're bringing in a Talonflame, and this is beautiful. Shieldless. This is going to take a whole heck of a lot of damage. Okay, all right, we take them out before they get to a charge move, which is great. Still holding on to 2 shields. And all we got to do is shield this up. I don't care if they bait me here. I mean, I'm just going to simply shield it up. And we get to another, well, not another, but a Skull Bash. And this will one-shot that Pelipper. And we're looking good. Let's get it, folks. All right. So I personally cannot wait for Ultra League here. I'm just going to keep on playing the Color Cup. I am so over Great League's hard rock, paper, scissors. And the tryhard, it is just... man, it is insane. And when they see my name, it's like tryhard goes up by tenfold. All right, which it should. I'm just saying, I'm so, like, come on. There's nothing you can do front counter back with, you know? And it was up against a Quagsire here. Okay, so this is the first time I put on Walrein. So you see what's going on here? So we got ice moves, and they're aligning with their rock move. Yeah. But Poke, people use Quagsire too, you know. I'm not going to argue with it. I'm not going to, yeah, sure they do, but come on. So we're going to go ahead and call this Acid Spray. All right, let's go. That was a good call, and they have an Ampharos. Oh, boy. Now, we could have went for Earthquake to one-shot them here, but we don't. They call it, and I'm going to have to, you know, give them credit where credit was due. That was a good call. Very, very, very good call. So we swap it. I know they're going to have Brutal Swing here, which is super effective. I just don't know how much it's going to do. Unfortunately, they're able to get to another one before I'm able to get them down out of here. Brutal Swing doing a ton of damage. Oh boy, this isn't great. So what do they bring into fire? Is that Typhlosion? Oh, Magcargo. That's right. Typhlosion's later. So yeah, Bone Club's going to be 4 times effective. This should KO, and Marowak should be able to finish this off for us. And beautiful. We're taking that win, and it wasn't looking too good. Let's keep it moving. Next battle. Togedemaru. Sounds good to me. We'll take it, I guess. They're going to take a lot of damage from the Surf. Now, we'll bring in the Marowak after this. It's no problem at all. This thing is going to be putting a bit of a damper on the Lapras as well as the Walrein, but not a massive threat here. We've already gotten a shield, no big deal. What we're going to do here is shield this up. They'll go Wild Charge. They've already debuffed themselves, and we'll farm them down. 1-to-1 shield sounds good, and we're coming out of this with energy and health. Bringing in a Toxapex. So we have Walrein, which has Earthquake. Can do a lot of damage, but obviously they'll know when I'm going to throw it. More than likely, and then, well, there goes all that energy, and they'll just hit me with Sludge Wave, so we're just going to have to hold it down here. We can take a Brine, but we're going to shield up this first one here, seeing that we did get their shield. We debuffed them, so they didn't want to go down. Bringing in a Trevenant, and I got a little nervous here, so I freaking build up to Shadow Bone, swap into the Walrein. They hit me with Seed Bomb, and I'm like, oh my goodness, did I play this correctly? Oh boy, so they're going to be getting to another charge move here, using up pretty much all their energy, bringing in the Marowak. Folks, watch what happens. We got 2 HP. We go for the Shadow Bone here. We get the debuff, which we needed to take them out. We needed it. And going for the Bone Club, just enough for it. And since we got the debuff on the Shadow Bone, the Bone Club's enough to take them out. That could have been a more perfect win there. That was insane. Which honestly is not like, oh yeah, I'm so good. It's a matter of if you get the debuff or not. But it was a pretty damn good game there anyways. So moving it on to our next opponent, we're going to be with a Azumarill. Wow, I can't believe I almost spaced out its name, the most freaking common thing you see. Alright, Azumarill, what's good, buddy? So we've shielded up the Play Rough after, you know, we wanted to bring our defense up first with Skull Bash, and now we can go ahead and take these hits, no problem. We're going to build up to 2 Surfs, just about. If they let this go, this is going to be good for us here, okay? And we're coming out of this with a debuffed Lapras. If they're bringing in Marowak, there's got to be something else in the back weak to ice or water. I mean, unless they're, you know, they know what they're doing. They're going to farm me down here, and they'll be able to come out with a lot of energy. Going for Bone Club, but we're going to get to the Surf. GG's? Alright, they're shielding it up. So using up their last shield, so I immediately swap into my own Marowak, and I'm thinking, damn, this was looking so good. So they're going to be able to almost one-shot me. They swapped, what was that? They swapped into, we're going to be going for a Shadow Bone on a Politoed. I think we got this, folks. Now, if that Politoed has Blizzard, that's a wrap. We got this in the bag. And since they're throwing immediately here, that's an indication that they do not have Earthquake. Otherwise, I would think they would build up to that, right? So what we're going to do at this point is take this opportunity to build up a whole hell of a lot of energy and bring them down low enough. I think we debuffed them too with Shadow Bone, right? So they've got less defense, so this is going to be doing even more damage. Not very effective. Able to build up to Earthquake after we did build up that extra energy. Blah, stumbling over my words. And one-shotting the Marowak and taking that win. Great. Moving it on to our next one here. Leading with Lapras the entire time. Met with an Abomasnow. This is not particularly horrible. It's not great, but what we're going to do is this, right? We have the Marowak, which can completely run over that thing, but that doesn't matter. We still need to go shield for shield, potentially get a shield from them, and put on the pressure, and know that there's going to be something in the back to protect them from fire, a water type. So we got to keep that in mind. We could have a bit of an issue in the back end with our 2 Pokemon that we do have that really can't go up against water here. All right, so we're going to be getting to the Surf up against this Abomasnow. We're able to take the win and win the matchup, so that is perfect. So that's how you handle that. Bringing in Marowak here because I'm pretty sure that, you know, Blast Burn and Solar Beam. We can take both of those, although it's still going to be doing a whole hell of a lot. Going to go for the Shadow Bone after we do let that go with the Marowak here. They've got a Swampert in the back. We did just drop their defense. Man, get it right. Again, I would usually edit all this stuff out, but I'm just going to keep it going. Who cares? I know you all enjoy it. And so let's see what we have going on here. I'm just going to keep spamming Icicle Spear. Using Shadow Typhlosion, I know that sucker can't take a hit. It's very good, but it just can't take a hit so hard. It hits so hard, but it will be taken down by Ice, as you're going to see here. Okay, so taking that win there, looking good. And that's pretty much it, folks. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on. And I put a few more Patreon names at the end here. Sorry if you weren't in immediately. I just been a little behind schedule. Thank you for watching and take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.